folks, Wish SE. I wanted to do a update on the M&P CORE. This is a gun I've had now for, I don't know, 6-7 weeks. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm finding that there is a training curve that I've had to go through, and I'm still going through, of using the red dot, in this case the RMR 3.5 MOA by Trijicon. And also I'm finding that some things I'm faster, particularly distance shooting with the RMR, but closer shooting it's not as fast as the iron sights, and I think that's primarily just because that's what I'm used to and that's what I've been using for so long. So we're just gonna shoot it a little bit, give you guys, I'll just kind of talk through some of the things I like and don't like. One of the things I'm really disappointed with is the finish, and I've only had, I don't know, 1,500 presentations from holster, but the finish is starting to wear down here and here. Now with the Glocks you do not see that kind of finish wear, and I'm disappointed in Smith. Smith could do a much better job with their finish, and you know, for it to wear through that quickly is really not doesn't say much about the type of finish that they're using on this gun. So ultimately I may have it Duracoated, or I may have something else done. I'm really concerned about the long-term durability of this frame though, exposed as it is to the elements. One of the things that will happen with this is you can, if you've just got oil from your hands or whatever and you don't wipe it down, you can certainly get some corrosion of that gun over a period of time. And my guns are tools and I tend to use them, and I tend to shoot them a lot. So we've got some steel down there. I'm just going to work some presentations from holster. I'm wearing a lot of clothes today. It's quite cold up here in New Hampshire. It's about 20 degrees. But we're just going to work on getting the gun out, finding that front sight, and shooting. And that is one of the things that I have noticed I'm slower at with these sights right now. As I come out, I press out, I find that front sight. And what you find is the red dot is dancing a little bit, which with an AR is less of an issue because you've got the gun really locked down and multiple points of contact. With a pistol though, you don't have that. So now what I can tell you is that the hits are usually pretty much right where the point of it is with this gun. So come out, you see the front sight? In that case, the front sight was over. So sometimes I find I have to slow down just a bit to see it, but again, I believe that's a training issue. And that red dot really makes a huge difference. Now I'm going to crank the dot down just a little bit. One thing that you can experiment with as you're shooting a red dot optic is just how much of the brightness you have cranked up there. And again, I would say I'm not sure exactly where I want it. I'd say most of the time I'm setting it at a 3 or 4. The setting, I think there's 10 different ones, so it's not as bright as it can possibly be. What that allows me to do is have a little more precision when I'm shooting, because I can just see that dot. That's a shot. And from that standpoint, it's just faster. It's faster, so I've got it cranked down. Now, from a defensive shooting standpoint, or if I was shooting something where I really didn't care so much, I could crank the sight up and have a nice big bright dot here. So we're about 20 yards away, no problem banging on that steel. The misses are me, just running the trigger, but you can see that that red dot really makes a difference. So I'll keep you guys in the loop on the gun. Again, we've got about 2,000 rounds through it, maybe 2,500 rounds through it so far. So I feel like it's finally broken in terms of the way the trigger's operating. It was pretty gritty initially. I had it polished a little bit, had the reset assist mechanism put into the gun, and that certainly helped. I've also put a little tape on the gun along the front. Again, skateboard tape, just grip. I'll probably eventually have this stippled all the way around. I really like the stippling, especially that Smith has done here. I just wish they'd run it all the way across the front of the gun as well, because that makes a huge difference in your grip. So I'm really liking the gun. I'm very impressed. Some of the things to note about with the red dot, though, is due to its placement right here, right behind the ejection port, it's picking up a lot of garbage, okay? So after shooting, you know, couple hundred rounds in a practice session, it's quite dirty. So a microcloth, you clean that off. You can also, when you go in and out of a warm building, right, it will be what glass does, and it will fog up. So I was in the pistol hut where we have a wood stove. I came out and I presented the gun, and it was just foggy. So, you know, just like glasses, just like anything else, something to think about. But other than those things, which is just a training issue of me getting used to it, I'm really impressed and really like everything about the gun, with the exception of the finish, which I think is it's just not acceptable. That's a huge disappointment. Again, wear marks from, you know, presentations, particularly right along here. See that? Just shouldn't happen with. Smith should do much better with their finish, and frankly, it's a disappointment. But other than that, which is purely cosmetic, I'm really liking the gun. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Check back every once in a while. Again, we've done about 2,000 rounds through this. We'll come back at 5, 10, 20,000. So over the next year or so, we'll give you an ongoing assessment of the gun and how it performs. It's been a lot of fun to shoot, and we'll keep you posted. Thanks so much for watching. As always, stay safe.